Do we have any more community service organization reports?
Morning, Commissioners. Kathy Andrews, Community Services Department, Environmental Division. Just a brief report on the Great American Cleanup. Can we start with the video, maybe? Possible?
Just another classic April morning in Colorado.
Let's all gather together, huddle, that'll keep us warm.
But the cold and snow didn't keep the hundreds of volunteers from coming out to take part in the Great American Cleanup.
I'm very impressed with each and every one of you for coming out on a cold, snowy day today.
We have more than 20 sites around El Paso County where we're cleaning up trash and litter and getting ready for spring.
Today is going to be challenging because snow is covering a lot of the litter. But what I want you to do is look along edges and fence lines for trash that's gotten blown up during storms and pick up those things.
El Paso County has been taking part in the Great American Cleanup for years.
Vests, gloves, all right, you've got that.
That's because the community can always use a good cleaning.
Last year, we collected over 1,000 bags of trash. So, we're hopeful that we'll have at least that many.
That's a lot of trash, which is why it's important to get so many volunteers, everyone from young to old, athletic teams to scout troops. Some were regulars who come out every year, while others were first-timers.
No, this is our first time doing this. We're wanting to make sure that we keep our parks clean for all of our youth to play at and for the future generations.
Organizers say the reason for the cleanup is pretty obvious.
You go to a city that has a lot of litter, it's kind of icky. So we just want to make sure that we clean that up and present a good image.
And for a community largely built around tourism, a good image is critical.
Colorado Springs has recently been named one of the second best city to live in. And so part of that is, just our open space and the cleanliness of our open space and that kind of thing. We want to present a good image for our tourists. Tourism is very important to El Paso County and Colorado Springs, and we certainly want to present a good image.
And once again, the community has stepped up to keep it that way.
It's really exciting how many people are willing to take pride in their community and spend a few hours to clean up and help the community overall. It's a volunteer effort. It's nothing that people have to do, but they're excited to do it and get out and help people.
At the Great American Cleanup, I'm Greg Dingrando.
So even though we had a little bit of a weather challenge this year, we certainly had an exciting time and a good turnout. These were the sponsors that sponsored the program here. This program over the years, it started out, many years ago as Tackle the Trash. It was an inspiration of one of the park's nature center supervisors who wanted to get this going. We started at Tackle the Trash. 7 sites the first year that we had this, over 28 this year. So that part is really exciting. This event has morphed into a really exciting partnership between municipalities, El Paso County, the City of Colorado Springs, nonprofit agencies, and we've had private companies join this year. It really just has been exciting. Next slide, please. So these are the organizers. Just wanted to give a call out to each of them. Everybody did their own part. This is one of those things that each person takes responsibility for their own site. It kind of helps itself, and we've been going so many years now, it really kind of works itself. It is kind of difficult to get everybody on the same page because we have so many people here. And this year was really interesting because, as you can see, the first weekend we had a little bit of a weather challenge. So several sites did decide to do it the next weekend, which actually was very helpful, especially some of the sites up north. But this is really the organizing committee, really the nucleus of the people that put this thing together. Next slide. And these are all the sites that we had. As you can see, it's everywhere from way the north, Monument 3rd Street, to way the south part of the county. So we really did try and make an effort here to cover every site and try and make an effort to have people be able to come out to a site that's close to them so they can take pride in actually what they're doing and what they're going to see every single day. So, you know, we have everybody from Upadowna to Roscoe's Coffee House, who actually has a site as well. So one more quick slide. I'm going to ask Brian Welding to come up. He is really kind of the glue that holds us all together. He kind of herds all of the cats and gets them in a conference call mode so that we can make this thing happen.
Good morning, Commissioners. Just a brief moment to touch on some of the highlights of this year's event. As witnessed by the video, Mother Nature was not our friend this year, but in spite of that fact, we still had 404 intrepid souls come out and brave the elements, along with Roscoe the donkey from Roscoe's Coffee House, who's become a beloved fixture in this event each year, and he actually does help out. He helps carry the trash bags as we go along. Despite the fact that we had 2 inches of snow in some of the sites, we still were able to collect 451 bags of trash. And the fantastic folks from Keep Colorado Springs Beautiful volunteered out at our Bear Creek Dog Park, and there they helped clean out the ponds that are located there. They were able to remove 25 bags of doggy doo, along with some other miscellaneous debris. We had 75 or so volunteers from Comcast come out again and join us this year at the Hillside Community Center, where they installed some sod and some rock, and they also planted some fruit trees, laid some mulch, and also cleaned up some trash along the waterways there. One of the more staggering statistics we had this year was out at America the Beautiful Park. The event site group there removed 2,100 pounds of debris. They did a lot of cleanup along Fountain Creek and throughout the park there, and so that was quite a huge number. And the folks at Roscoe's Coffee House, Roscoe the donkey included, were very pleased that this year to report that they had about 1/3 less trash this year than they did last year. So that's a great statistic moving forward. I appreciate your time, and thank you very much.
Great, thank you.
Next slide, please. One final thing, Commissioners, we've invited Dee Cunningham here from Keep Colorado Springs Beautiful, just to say a few quick words. You know, Keep Colorado Springs Beautiful has been very instrumental in helping El Paso County clean up some of the areas that need cleaned up, and so I just they've been a great partner over the last few years, providing the trash bags at no cost to the county, to the city, to anyone. And so I just wanted to give Dee just a brief chance to say something.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for having me today. Keep Colorado Springs Beautiful is the local affiliate of Keep America Beautiful. Who remembers the Crying Indian by the creek? Anybody? Yeah. Raise your hand. That's who we are. This is Keep America Beautiful's 65th year and KCSB's 29th year. So we hope this partnership continues with the Great American Cleanup, Pikes Peak Partners, region-wide. I think we're making a huge difference. Maybe we ought to plan for June next year. I appreciate everything. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioners. That will conclude our report.
Any questions? Commissioner Vanderwerf.
I just wanted to say thanks. I think a couple of us were out at some of these events. I was at Bear Creek, and yeah, the weather was, you know, an issue, but I thought it was pretty interesting. We actually got a lot of trash out of the creek itself at Bear Creek, because that was one place you could go to and find it. So some of the volunteers kind of concentrated there. But my thanks to the volunteers and the team and the county and everybody for continuing to put this together. I enjoy it. It's fun. Kind of get out and do something fun for the community. So I'm looking forward to next year. And maybe we'll have better weather next year.
Hopefully, yeah. Last year we had a little bit of snow, but this is probably the worst year in the last 7 or 8 years that we've had. So knock on wood, maybe it's only 1 out of 8.
Any other
I don't
questions?
know if this is wood.
All right. Thank you very much.